Hello everyone, welcome. This is Louisa Turnip from Sigma Law Firm. Today I would like to talk about our new law, new criminal code to replace the old criminal law. For a historical background, Indonesia, prior its independence, this archipelago was occupied by the Dutch for over 250 years. So this was their criminal code to regulate concerning order and crimes in this country. So it's been almost a century since Indonesia's independence. So finally, Indonesia made their own law product. So congratulations to the people of Indonesia. Let's see and let's hope that this new one is going to regulate Indonesia better order, better justice, and better certainty in a sense of seeking for legal certainty. So what is look like the old one? What are the difference and what has changed? So I noticed there are 5 fundamental differences between the old one and the new one. So the old one is, when it's come to its objective, there is a shift of paradigm here. The old one focusing on the repressive justice. So meaning if someone is convicted committing a crime, so there has to be punished, put them in jail, let him feel how harsh, how cruel he was, kind of like that. While the new one is focusing on the restorative justice. Oh, that's a little bit sound nicer. Let's hope that it's also nicer in the implementation. So restorative justice, there will be a lot of conversations between parties involved, the victim and the accused, the lawyers and the institution, police and the prosecutors, to giving opportunity for parties to discuss what is the best way to resolve a problem, because we are not solely focusing on imprisoning or jailing somebody here. It's more about, is there any chance to restore the damages, or is there any way to restore the things that has been infringed, the thing has been violated, etc., etc. So the focus, the objective, the implementations of the old and the new one are different. So the old one is more repressive and the new one bringing restorative justice, restoration. And now, number 2, what I noticed is about the death penalty. In the concept of death penalty, the old one regulates about death penalty, and also in the new one there is. However, there is a slight approach different here. The old one, if one has been sentenced, there is already inkrah, and then there has been made law efforts such as cessations or judicial review, and that all has been exhausted or been made, meaning that person is ready to death sentence. Now with this new criminal code, is no longer the case. So that person is going to be given 10 years probation, meaning that person is given opportunity to show or to demonstrate there is some behavioral improvement, and if there is, and that person can be suspended from death penalty. That's another one. So huge, because again, I want to speak about the foundation. So the foundations of establishing this new law is based on the Indonesian state ideology, which is Pancasila, and as well the values that imbued in the society of Indonesian people. So focusing in the uphold of the human right without ignoring other human rights. So that's when it's come to human right. And moving into the customary law, this is another things that I also notice a significant change, which is the recognition of customary law. According to this new law, the criminal code give recognition or give allowance to or give permissions to the hukum adat or the living law, customary law, to deal or to handle, to execute whatever their law concerning a crime. the difference is in the old one also recognized. However, the difference in the old one, it has to be the act of that crime. It has to be explicitly expressed, explicitly written, or regulated in the national law. Without that, no, cannot be. So the new one, you can do the customary law can be execute whatever, however it wants, with condition that law is not against the universal law, that law that living in this universe, in the world. So that. And now also there is, I notice, the accountability, liability of crime. If the old one was focusing to take accountable, to bring justice, what I mean, okay, let me put my words here. In the old criminal code, corporate or foundations or organizations or legal entity company was not a subject of crime. So it was always, it was the individual, let's say the director or the manager who operate, who are responsible, the company is going to be hold accountability. So the difference now, corporate is also liable for a crime. That's, what else? I think, there is a slight difference as well. Back then in the old, in this old KUHAP, all crime was not was divided in. There is distinctions between crimes and mishaps or misdemeanors or light crimes. Now all considered related to all crimes. So crimes are crimes, be it small, be it big, all crimes. So that's what I have noticed. It's still, we've got plenty time to learn more about this, but overall that's my review for this new criminal code. Thank you for watching. If you have any idea or if you have any opinion to add, feel free, drop in the comment sections. I'll be happy to read. Thank you for watching.